Okay, got a little bit of a doozy here. That thing started right up. That's a great machine, so I was trying to sell it, and my dumb ass did something wrong. I wasn't going to show it at first. I was a little embarrassed, but what the hell. When I winterized it, I was wondering why it took so many freaking... I put 10 gallons of antifreeze in there on top, windshield washer, RV pump for filler. Can't talk right now. Here's a... Okay, so I was looking inside the tank and I was like, it's red. Maybe that's just the sun reflecting the red paint into the tank. Not too observant. And so I went through the whole thing and then I put another 8 gallons in there. Like, that thing really sucked it through. Okay. Well, what I was doing was actually back feeding it into the pump, into the tank. So the tank was mixed with all that windshield washer fluid. So I dumped a bunch out. I filled a bunch up. I actually filled the tank back up again, and it was so pink that it's not diluted much. So I'm going to reuse it. So it's not freezing yet. I'm going to save the good stuff until I'm done cleaning everything. Then I'm going to throw the good stuff back in so it doesn't. So it's 100% frozen. But to tell you what, that tank, nothing was going to freeze. There was so much of that stuff in there. It was winterized, over winterized. So. Alright, well, I got my Corona face shield. It works. We'll see how well it works for this, even though it's flimsy. And I found this in the box. I don't know what it does. Even though I know what this does, I already had this one. This is my Twizzler. I think this is the same thing. So, let's see what it does. Marty, don't forget to hook up the electric line to the telephone pole for the lightning bolt. We need 1.21 gigawatts. Yep, let's turn it up. I had it on 2000 PSI. I put it on to 3000, and I went all the way up to 3500, and it just, I was having some fun with it, but that's as high as it goes. And you can see this Twizzler thing, it's a spindle, it goes in circles. It agitates the surface, so it goes around in a circle, and it does 10 times faster work than you could if you were to go back and forth by hand. Not for all applications, but it's for, I call it the lazy way out, but it works a hell of a lot faster, believe me. And it doesn't leave lines, which is nice. But you got to be careful because it gets into areas where you don't want to sometimes, especially stickers and things like that will blow it right off. So, but yeah, it works good. I mean, sometimes you just got to back off the pressure, but I need all this pressure right now. I'm turning the heat on here in a little bit, but you'll see it. right here, I'm turning the heat on because I realized I forgot to do that. Now, this thing is in Fahrenheit or Celsius, can't remember. It's backwards, but it's got both markings on it. It's made in Italy, so it's European, so it's got their system, whatever it is. Can't remember which one we use, but their 50 is like our 150, so gotta adjust that. Turn the heat on, it's working. You'll hear the thing kick on. It's a diesel heater, but man, it makes a difference. It's also better on you because it doesn't freeze your freaking hands. There's the heat gauge. It's getting hot. And you can see here, I'm going to go back in with the heat. So I'm using this mini wand, which is awesome for getting in these tight spots. I think I'm using a green tip to get more power. That's my favorite tip to use, is the green one. Each tip's got different degrees of pressure. So also don't forget to get that gap. If you have a commercial deck, you're going to have this gap in the front where grass gets stuck up in there. I get balls, everything gets shoved up in there. And you can see, well, Husqvarna has one of the heaviest duty decks. They got these extra added spindle braces around there, which are really pointless, but it's a heavy duty design. It was borrowed over from Yahoo keys because Husqvarna bought them, so it's an outdated technology. You don't really need it, but they put it on there. And you're gonna get stuff stuck inside them little holes, and you gotta clean all that crap out. But I don't like that design, but it protects your spindles from breaking. To get up in all the cracks everywhere, especially that little air gap in the front, that's what gives you your lift. Most decks now are all coming with that, but not all of them have it. Some of your lower end decks don't have that at all, but they're starting to put it on all of them because it works better. But that's what that is. That's an air gap in the front. It breaks the front of the deck to the actual cutting area. Then you get the circles off for airflow, and you can see them in the back. And that needs to be cleaned, especially the bull nose in the front. If you don't clean that out, you're going to get rust in there, and especially if you park it over the whole year in the winter. That little bit of moisture in the grass would rot everything out. So here you go, it's kicking in the steam. This is the heat. It's about 100 degrees to 150 degrees right now, and it's so freaking cool. I love this part. I'll put some music to it so you can enjoy it. Alright, so that thing is at 150 degrees, hot, okay. I had 150, got it up to 210, I had to cool it down, else I want to melt shit. Yeah, it's a lot more enjoyable with the heat than with the cold. But this is why I'm not really that thrilled about power washing. You get messy as hell. The weather's warm. Oh, look, I do believe I found another bow. I get that thing stuck up in the space between the blade and the deck. There's like a little channel, and I get balls stuck up in there all the time. So I guess, yeah, my mower's got balls. Just dropped one. It's a Wilson. Wilson! Anyway, so I gotta get the poo off that one. I got most of the poo off of this. You get to these yards, especially doing leaf mulching. You haven't been there for a while and no one's picked up the poo, and I guess that's what your tires are for. I get so sick of that anyway, but it smells the whole trailer up, so I gotta clean this out. So if I did anything today, I got that cleaned. So whatever I do now is a bonus till tomorrow. So there's all that windshield washer fluid. That is I got it at Walmart. That's the RV cleaner. It's designed for pumps, marine and RV. That's what you want to use. It's like a pink color. And like I said, I was back feeding it and actually feeding it into the tank
I was wondering where it was all going, and I'm learning, you know. I'm not that observant sometimes. And so I got water back in there now. It's clean, it's clear. That's what it's got to be. This is the pink stuff. I don't have a whole lot of time left in the day to get this done. I hate doing this at all anyway, because it's just a horrible time of year to do this, but I had to fix that problem. Yeah, that pink, I had to get it out of that tank. I'm gonna go turn it off, so I got way too much water now. 60 gallons of water in there. So I'm gonna clean the boneyard. That's my boneyard. Remember I said I had a lot of toros? I went through some toros. I think I'm done with them, but who knows? I'll probably buy another one. So now I'm on to the Husqvarna thing, so I graduated. I went to clean all this stuff out too, but I don't have time. The temperature's starting, my hands are starting to freeze now. I also have this 50-gallon thing filled up with water that when my house was leaking, I was filling up water. I was going to use this. I bought this pump. I'm going to do a review. I want to pump this water out into there, but I don't know. I just didn't have time. I'll do it later. So here we go. I'm going to just clean up. We'll see the end.
Alright, so I'm going to put a couple more videos in here. This is the rest of my equipment that I use on a regular basis. This is my 21-inch all-wheel drive Husqvarna mower. I love this thing. It's kind of falling apart because it is a homeowner version, but I beat the hell out of it for almost a year and a half, 2 years, so it's actually held up pretty good for what I do to it. So yeah, I forgot to clean the deck on this one. I always forget these small mowers, and that's how they rot. So I gotta clean the crap out of the bottom, all the grass, and then I'm gonna do my 33, I can't remember how big it is, the Sutex Stealth, the 3-blade machine. I'm going to replace that next year, well this year actually. I'm going to get a Ferris, or I'm probably going to get my 30-inch time cutter up and running again. I don't know yet. But I'm thinking about getting that Ferris 30-inch machine, kind of a little bit of a upgrade with the hydro on it. It kills your back with those machines. So yeah, clean this one out. Steam's kicking in right now, and I'll show a little bit of this, and I'll put the boneyard on the next video so you can see that. If you got any requests, let me know what you want to see when I'm cleaning up here. I'm gonna do the boat also. I pre-videoed all these and going through editing them slowly because it's kind of hard to edit these things when I start getting into this. So yeah. Power washer is kicking ass. I think I might get into equipment cleaning, but yeah, this steam works pretty damn good. I like it, and also it's more enjoyable to have the heat around you when it's cold.
Alright, I don't have much memory left on this phone. So this thing is working great. I'm up about selling it, but I had to clean it again because being outside it gets dirty. It'd be a nice idea to put it in the garage for the winter. I might try to find some space to do that. But this thing is awesome, and it's running great, working great. Antifreeze. So I was telling you about, it sucked that down like nothing. So I closed it off. Hopefully nothing got in there this time. So let me check that. Alright, I'm a mess. This is why I don't like the power wash that much. You just get drenched. No matter, I don't care what you do, you get drenched. This thing is running awesome. So just to recap really quick. There's my RV Marine antifreeze. It's basically windshield washer fluid for your RV. It's for pumps, swimming pools, boats. You don't want to put this in your car. I really don't know what it'll do, but it's 50 degrees below zero, minus 50. So I don't know if it's actually real antifreeze in there, and I'm killing myself by touching it. It doesn't smell like antifreeze. But, so there you go. So I filled this back up. What I was doing is, this is my bleed out valve. I was just filling this up. What I had did was I left this on. This is off now. I left this on and left that open on, so I think it was backing into there. Also, when I was doing the winterizing, I was bleeding it through the lines. But yeah, it'll suck that down in seconds. I mean, it's a 5.5 gallon per minute. So that's 5 gallons. Within a minute, that's gone. So that's quick. So that's about what that pulls through. And it takes about a couple of seconds to a minute to get it through all those lines, and you're done. And it's not an exact science, so you're going to go over a little bit. But yeah, it's cleaned up, ready to go. If I want to sell it, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So I'm going to use it until I decide to sell it. Cleaning it all up. Blasted the stickers right off. I got to put new stickers on now. But you can just get those cheap at Harbor Freights, but they're junk. They don't last that long. I've noticed that everything from Harbor Freights doesn't last long. But so I'll put them on there for the hell of it, and everything's running great. It starts right up. I didn't run out the fuel only because I'm going to use this again tomorrow. I want it to start right up. I started to do it and I turned it off, so the heater's working great. I mean, this thing is just, turn that off. There you go. So, looks like I'm trying to sell this thing with the products in the front like you'd see in a dealership or something, you know? Don't mind the yard. The yard is a total mess. I might bleep it out or something. I don't know. But like I said, this is my yard. This is where I work out of. And so there you go. Cleaned all that. Got the poo off the tires. Cleaned it nice and good. That's gonna go back in the trailer. I really wanted to clean the floor in the trailer with the power washer, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I did clean the Alright, thanks for watching. I ran out of recording on my phone. So anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on this YouTube channel here, and you'll see what's coming up next. I'm going to clean the boneyard. I got some antique mowers I'm going to wash and some other stuff, and just getting it all cleaned up on my off-season time. So thanks, have fun, stay safe.